Hi, how you going, Harry? Yeah, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. It's good that you managed to get on the telehealth all good as well. It's been challenging for a few patients. Yeah, yeah. Um, so I'm just gonna confirm that you're at your address. Yep, and your partner's there. Oh, how you going? Okay, so how have you been going with everything? You found the transition from the rehab center to your home environment okay, not too challenging. Everything that they helped uh, prepare you for kind of fitted what was expected. Perfect, perfect. Okay. How have you been finding functional tasks and things? Getting in and out of bed, going to the toilet, changing catheters and things. The nursing staff have been okay helping you with that. Yep. But you're managing to get in and out of bed on your own. Perfect. Perfect. That's good to hear. So how have you found your exercises? Obviously, being in the home environment's not perfect. Yeah, yeah. So you've been doing your positioning overnight. So laying on your back, your arms down by your side, making sure that your arms are turned out. Perfect, perfect. And you having any discomfort with that, or is it getting any easier? No? Brilliant. And how about the stretch where your arms are placed behind your head like this? Going okay? Good, good. Uh, well, what we might do is start with checking how the range is going, and get your lovely partner to help out if that's all good. But before we do that, I'll just quickly check how the strength exercise is going. Are they still quite hard, or okay? So they're still kind of challenging enough that we can keep it at the weight that it's going at. We don't have to get more weights out there or anything like that. Too easy. And we'll come back to the some of the skill training a little bit later and your fitness and whatnot. But we'll start with the range of motion and follow that up. So just checking your range of motion. If I can ask your partner maybe to help out with the movements. The first one's right shoulder. If you get the arm up placed like this, and if you place your arm on your hand on the elbow and hand on the wrist, and rotate back for me. Face this way so I can see it a bit better. Perfect. Good stuff. And while we're in this position, straightening your arm back. How far back can it go? Yeah, so you want to try and make sure that the torso isn't moving as well. Moving it back. Good, good. And we'll do the elbow now. So if you can measure that out for me. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That's almost completely straight. Well done. And the other side. Lowering it out. Yeah. And how's that feel there, Harry? Good. Okay. Perfect. So it looks like they're going pretty well. The one, what we would call external rotation when you're turning your arm out, is probably still a little bit reduced. So I'm inclined to definitely continue doing that stretch for now. And I think we'll keep doing the elbow stretch as well, making sure that our arms are turned upwards and long out straight. And we'll kind of follow that pattern there. Do you have any questions about that at all? Perfect, no worries. With the shoulder extension as well, it's looking pretty good. What we might do is try and ship out what we call a goniometer to get a more specific measure, but it's certainly looking improved from what your last readings were, which is good, which is really good. So I guess we'll move on now to your functional tasks. How have you been finding them? They've been going good. How are you finding going from lying to sitting? Because I remember that being an issue for a little bit. Oh, so you can get into the position, okay, to then do the transfer, but you're struggling pulling yourself in. Okay. And so if you can show me how you've been doing that. Just get you on. Perfect. Okay. So what we want to probably be doing a bit more of is making sure we kind of really try and get our arm hooked around the leg a bit more and then pulling in. Okay? And you've got the strength for that. So we'll just try that again. We'll place your arm in the position to start and we'll prop up a pillow under your side that you're lying on, just so it's a little bit easier. Perfect. Well done. Okay, so we'll continue practicing that, but we'll just prop the pillow underneath and we'll start in the already hooked position, we would call it. How are you going with your short sitting and your transferring? It's all going okay? Oh, okay. So you've been experiencing some pain, have you? Some shoulder pain? So, yeah, because it did get better for a while in the inpatient rehab, but it's coming up again. Okay. Well, maybe how's your training load been like with your, well, when I say training load, sorry, I mean like, have you been doing a lot of transfers? Oh, and you've been pushing your wheelchair work a little bit as well, have you? Okay, so what we'll do there, for now, we won't do any specific shoulder intervention, but we'll kind of, we'll turn it back a bit. So we'll continue to complete your transfers and your bed mobility and your wheelchair work as you require, but try and keep it to a minimum, and we'll just let that shoulder kind of calm down a little bit first. That's all good with you? Yeah. So once your shoulders kind of calm down, we'll reintroduce some exercises to help kind of prevent that in the future. But we don't really want to prescribe exercises and then irritate it further. Maybe what we'll think about doing, so you said you've been going like 200-300 meters with the wheelchair, which is awesome, but maybe let's wind it back to 150 meters a time, see how you go. If you're not getting the shoulder pain in the next 12-24 hours, then we know it's kind of a safe level. And we'll just do multiple rolls out at 150 meters and then gradually increase from there. Yeah, and with your training sessions, just shorten the time, but do more sessions. So if you only do 3 sessions a week, maybe do 5 sessions, but then shorten it down from 45 minutes to half an hour or along those lines. Okay, perfect. How have your wheelchair techniques been? You finding that okay? Perfect. Okay, so yeah, like we said, just turning it down a little bit to kind of manage that shoulder pain a little bit. And in a week, we'll review again and we'll see how you're progressing there. I think for the moment, maybe we'll put the shoulder exercises to the side as well from the strength component, just a week, and really let the shoulder settle down before we give you that new targeted program that helps out a bit more. Yep. Perfect. And just lastly, with your fitness, when you're using the wheelchair and you're going for those 200 meter like strolls or rolls, as we call them, how are you finding that? Other than the shoulder pain with the intensity level? So it's only about 10 out of that 20-point scale we were talking about? Okay, so let's, like I was saying, let's reduce the distance a bit, but we'll try and increase the intensity, not too much because we don't want to aggravate the shoulder pain. And let's try and get around 12, 13 RPE on that 20-point scale, and we'll go from there. Brilliant. Awesome, Harry. Just keep doing what you're doing, just smashing it, and we'll follow up in a week and start addressing that shoulder once it kind of calms down a little bit. Any questions? Perfect. Alrighties. Have a good one, Harry.